Go Bucks, go Bucks. Go Bucks, go Bucks. First and goal, we gotta tough it out. Get in the end zone and call a hot route. O-line of beast, might win the streak and have Humphreys run right underneath. You know it's Bucks ball, we got the hardest D. Bring the pressure to the QB, you know it's routine. We got hard grease. Welcome to Tampa, welcome to Tampa. Go Bucks, go Bucks. Reppin' for my team. Go Bucks, go Bucks. You know we want the ring. Go Bucks, go Bucks. Welcome to the Bay. Go Bucks, go Bucks. Tune in with Buccaneer Blake. Bucks back, we can run a toss. Mike Evans looking like Randy Moss, and Jameis making play after play. On the defense, you can't stop Levante. On my boy McCoy, who you can't avoid. At the Raymond James, you about to feel the pain. If you a Bucks fan, make a lot of noise. If you a Bucks fan, make a lot of noise. Go Bucks, go Bucks.
Feel that. Can you feel that thing that's oozing out your doggone hand? That thing that's beating your doggone chest right now.
Welcome back to the live stream edition of Buccaneer Blake Sports with your host, Buccaneer Blake himself. Now, as the Buccaneers went out to San Francisco, got us a nice, easy win, what it should be win. As I told you before, I'm not going to be excited about games that you should win. This is a bad team, a very bad team. And I ain't talking about the Bucs, I'm talking about the 49ers. I said, granted, it started off rough. They went down the field, scored, and then we threw a turnover and gave them 14, spotted them 14 points real quickly. Things look like same old Bucs as what it looked like. But we settled down and knuckled up and did what they were supposed to do and just executed a game plan. Run the ball, and find open receivers. Sometimes I think without so many star receivers and guys, it's been a topic lately. Without star receivers there, quarterbacks can now flourish and throw the ball to other receivers and not worrying about having to feed their big name guys and all that. And that's kind of what it looks like with the Bucs now, without Vincent Jackson, just Mike Evans there, and you can feed guys like Russell Shepard and stuff like that. But I'll get into it. Let me just go into the base stuff of what happened. Score was 34-17, of course. Winston went 21 for 30, only 9 incompletions. One of them, 8 incompletions. One was a pick. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception I just mentioned. He forced it to Mike Evans. It was a comeback route. It was a comeback route. I can actually show you guys. Now that I can go into details with stuff. There's a comeback route that was forced. Anyway, I'll come back to it. It was a comeback route that was forced, and it was tipped, and it was picked off, and it led to going down 14 points. Jacquez Rogers, 26 rushing attempts for 154 yards. Peyton Barber, remember I told you about Peyton Barber? I said with his unsung story and him coming out of Auburn, kind of looking like Jones Drew a little bit, the little short, stocky back. But we'll see how it goes. The season keeps rolling. He might, prove to be a formidable, backup now. He went 12 for 84, no touchdowns. Evans, 8 receptions, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns, of course. Shepard, 5 receptions, 77 yards, and touchdown. I want to give a big shout out to Russell Shepard. He's been a special teams player for a very long time. Hasn't really got a whole lot of shots to do anything and on offenses on our team, but Sunday he got a chance out in San Francisco, sunny California. Hey, in the new stadium. Defense had 4 sacks. Noah Spence got him another sack. Gerald, Jude, and William Golston keep balling. Cap went 16 for 34, 143 yards and a passing touchdown. He led the team in rushing, 9 rushes for 84 yards. No receiver on the 49ers team had over 50 yards receiving. That's why he had 34 attempts. A lot of the times he wasn't even trying to throw it. He's just running. So he had 9 rushes, so on 34 dropbacks, 9 of those he ran. and maybe some of those were sacks too, 4 sacks out of it. So I don't know. Like from what I was looking at, he really trying to get the ball deep. Everything was trying to be rollout, short passes. Maybe his arm strength's not there. It depends on what the whole shoulder situation. He might turn out like Chad Pennington when his arm kind of got real weak. But I don't want to see something, his career get detrimental over something like that. He's a young dude. I'm not going to say I hate him because of the whole, him not standing for the 9/11 thing. See, people trip me out sometimes because they want to act like they're all mad about him doing that. It's his opinion. We talked about this before. But people that just want to be angry for the sake of just being angry, one, never do anything for the United States, for the troops. They don't volunteer. They don't get involved in Wounded Warrior. They don't do anything. But they want to be mad at a guy for basing his opinion, who has done stuff for the troops and all that. And he's not mad at the troops. You know what the story is. He's not even mad at the people serving. It's totally something else. And he's actually served and helped. And not served in the armed forces, but served as helped them. Gone overseas, bring them stuff, sign autographs for them. He's done stuff for them. So that's why I'm saying when people saying this stuff like that, at least he's done something, anything, a small fragment of it. And which are such people who's never done anything but got a whole lot to say about it. And again, like I said, that's his opinion. I never get into that. It's not a violent. He's not doing anything crazy with it. It's his opinion. Can't get mad at somebody for this opinion. That's what makes the world interesting. Different matters of opinion. What's going on, Lonzer, Billy, Lonetta? What's going on, guys? Lonzer. Talking about your Buccaneers, boy. Getting that win. Like I said, I'm not going to get excited. It's a win that you're supposed to get. It's a bad team. Like I said, shoot me questions and stuff. I'll get to them at the end. For the light of the day, I got my tape rolling, my gameplay, my coach's cam, so I can go into stuff. Now, what was I saying earlier? I said, before I get into that, let me tell you what the breaking point was in the game. The breaking point was Jude Azabarima, number 38 for the Buccaneers. It was his sack and his fumble of Colin Kaepernick when we were up 20-14, which kind of broke the game up. Gerald McCoy had one, but at that point the game was kind of over. Here you go. I'm gonna show it to you. Now you'll see it come off the side here. He'll come off this edge. The tackle, he Spence bumps into the tackle and he comes through free for a sack. Untouched, unseen. Ramon, shut up. And that was the breaking point. It opened up. It was 20-14, I believe, at that point. He fumbled it. We went down and scored on the drive. Went up 27. And then later on in the game, it was already 34-17 when Gerald McCoy got his sack fumble. So he didn't really get today's breaking point. But Jude Azabarima is going to get. He's played fairly well. He was a undrafted rookie last year. Yeah, I'll ask you that later. He was undrafted, basically a nobody. He started a lot last season with Lovie Smith in a cornerback rotational, I'll call it a disaster. Last year, when we didn't know who he started, Lovie Smith is a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not stereotypical, but the word I'm looking for, where you do something over and over and you're scared to change it. Where you win one week and you don't want to change it the next week because you're scared you might lose. I just lost the word right now. But that Lovie Smith would do that. You want to break up chemistry. And but anyway, he's in a rotational thing now. He blitzes a lot and comes in and relieves people. And it comes in, he's making plays, splash plays. Not as a full-time starter, but he's coming in. Yeah, Malcolm Butler was undrafted. Of course, everybody knows that story. Jude was Jude was the same thing. He's coming in and playing. I'm not saying he's a starter and you know, shutting down #1 receivers. He's coming in as rotationals and making sacks and making plays, which is good. That's all we need. You need splash plays. You don't need guys that's gonna, you know, all the time. You don't need guys that's gonna come out here and just make 5 picks or 20 picks or 7 picks a season. Sometimes you need those guys to make plays when you need them made. And if that's who you are, that's who you are. It's the same thing in basketball. You have your main guys, and then you have your shooters and stuff that come in situations that make plays. What's up, Anthony? You late? They come in and make plays. There's another one. We'll go back to the earlier in the game when Davis scored a touchdown, rushing up the middle. It was actually stuffed pretty good. Oops, I'm sorry. Lineup is perfect. What you're going to see is overflow and then the lane back under. Overthrow, running lane back over. Show you again. Lined up perfectly. Overflow, lane back under. Just like I do to you in Madden. We'll go into another one. Remember I told you earlier about the Mike Evans play? They scored on that. We went on offense. And Winston threw a pick. No gain. Where is it? Hold on, guys. This has to be it. So yeah, at this point, it's still 7-0. There it is. Here's the forced pass. You got trips formation. Motion away. Evans is down here on the bottom. Now this is part where you got to come back as a receiver. You have to come back and help your quarterback out. Just got to take, because it looks like it's double covered on the tape, but it's actually not. Motions away. So now you've got twins on the backside. Looks off. Looks to Mike. Ball's forced. See, I don't like that camera angle. What you saw before is what you could see. I'm going to show you the mesh point. I'll show you the mesh point. Corner actually backs off. Corner backs off. Mike sees it. Now what I told you, when one receiver goes out, the other has to replace. What it looks like down here, he's about to run in the flats. You draw that out, or he stays and you feed the flats, or you, if the flats ain't there, you hit the gap here. But this is what's about to happen. What did I say? He went to the flats. It's uncovered. This is where the ball should have went. He's uncovered. Whoever this is right here, I think this is Cecil Shorts. Whoever this is uncovered. Now you guys, NFL.com ought to be paying me for this, but this is NFL Game Pass, so you guys can actually see what the hell is going on now. He's wide open. Mike Evans, like I told you, out, you have to replace. If I'm him, and I saw that, I already know this is coming back. It's coming back here, or it's coming in here. I'm already in this alley, if that's me. But he's too busy staring at the quarterback. You're not going to get nothing staring at the quarterback. You're not going to get nothing staring at the quarterback. Again, broke the play down some more. Wide the hell open. I hope y'all can see that. Wide open. Remember I told you the guy, if he doesn't cover in the flats, he took the back and he blitzed, left him open. But he chose to force the ball to Mike Evans. Now the ball's about to release and the guy staring is breaking in the alley. This guy can catch and go upfield. And this is the stuff that I think Jameis Winston and guys in the game in the film room are watching. Because, like I'm telling you guys, this is all on Winston right here. And like I said, Mike could have broke on the ball a little better and maybe made an incompletion. But you can't miss this. He catches this and he's out. And I don't think Winston's released the ball yet. Yeah, Winston had not released the ball yet at that point. But anyway, that's just example of a young quarterback having to learn to take what's given to him, not do too much, and not put yourself in situations where you're hurting your team and we got to dig ourselves out. Much as like what's going on with the Carolina Panthers now. They're digging themselves in holes and they can't get out. And Cam Newton has to do everything again this year. For one man to have to do all that like last year, that doesn't happen all the time. People are going to start keying down. People are going to start making adjustments. And the Panthers really didn't make any adjustments. From last year to this year, look at their movements. Look at the draft. They really didn't change anything. The Broncos lost a lot, but they kept the core entitled and together. You let Malik Jackson go, which I told you from the beginning. I just think he benefited from a Derek Wolfe and Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, which you can clearly see who the real X factor was. They're still getting sacks. Malik Jackson's got $92 million and hasn't done anything for the city of Jacksonville. Stole money like Brock Osweiler stole money from the Texans. They forgot how to play football because they're too busy counting all their money. But that's how this goes. NBA and all that stuff, they get paid, and I guess you get complacent. And it's not really fair to fans and stuff like that when you do stuff like that. To be honest, like, everybody has their dreams of wanting to be a professional athlete and do things like that. I always said to myself, if I ever got that chance, for one, I would always go 100%. I know people would doubt that sometimes when you're injured and stuff. You don't know that because you don't have access to that kind of information all the time. Sometimes it's always put out by people like myself who have leads and stuff, who can get information that other people can't, and you put it out to the public. But the average person isn't going to go out and look for that information. To be quite honest, the average person's lazy. They're not going to go try to find good information like that. What was I saying? And the other thing would be huge in the community. I would always do that. Those were things I would promise myself that I would always do. I don't know if I would have stayed with one team to the end like some of these guys, but I would have definitely tried to put myself in situations where I would enjoy my career. Like I said, I don't really be mad at people for wanting to leave for the right reasons, and you want to enjoy your career and have a chance to earn more money. By all means, that's everybody's. What's the saying? I have a job, but I'm always looking. That's true. You're always looking, but sometimes grass isn't greener on the other side. And that's, again, like I said, about your opinion. It's what makes life interesting. You make decisions. I don't think a lot of people make enough decisions because you're scared that you might make the wrong choice. I'm not rambling, Ramon. I'm stating life issues and life facts. I don't think a lot of people make enough decisions. Everybody scared to make the wrong decision. There's nothing wrong with making the wrong choices. Now, granted, I'm not talking about the choice is going to put you in jail or something like that. If you made a wrong choice, you learned from it. You learned something from it. And if you're not making enough mistakes, then you're not making enough decisions, as a wise man once said. And that's true. As I said, this is just football. Again, like I said, football to me sometimes relates to stuff in life. Trial and error. Trial and error. It happens in football. It happens in real life. Granted, you're stuck with guys on the team under contract or whatever, until you get released. And in real life, you're in relationships. You can walk away from it anytime you want to. But, you know, it's just what life is. You're talking a whole lot of trash, but you're not leaving no comments, Ramon. So I'll get to the Q&As now. I got some other tapes and stuff here I'm going to roll up while you guys are there. What's going on? Warren, Andrew, Joe, Alan, Paul, Anthony. What's going on, you guys? Give me what you think about the game. If you have any questions or stuff. I will go. Yeah, like I said earlier, Malcolm Butler was a undrafted player. You want to walk away from this? Get out of here. I said, go back to your little gaming streams. Arthur, no, you guys don't have any questions or any statements or anything. There's no other big key parts I wanted to point out this besides the key highlights. I can show you. Gerald McCoy's sack fumble. See, now it's acting up now. Well, I can't complain too much. I showed you the stuff I wanted to see off of this NFL Game Pass, where you get coaches' film, and you can see, yeah, D-line does look a little bit kind of, and D-line did look better, you know, with McCoy. He's silly, Andrew. There's always stuff to talk about. I want to walk away from it. I think the Bucs look like decent, hideous. He's like the white Shrek. Andrew's like the white Shrek. Yeah, Arthur, D-line did look good. Looks a lot better. I think it was it took advantage of a beat up 49er offensive line. We had Joe McCoy back. I don't know if he's 100% or not, but he damn looked good. You'll have Clinton McDonald back soon. You'll get your full rotation back, and then we'll get I'm forgetting Robert Ayers back. We're missing pieces. Noah Spence has fought. For a rookie, he has held it down, fought through a shoulder injury, which he thought he was going to have to be out. He stayed. He stayed in the game, stayed through and played through, and even got a sack. And he's trying to do the best that he can for this team because he knows we can't afford to have another end out. Number 75 too. I keep forgetting his name. He's been playing the right end for us. He's been balling out of his mind. Yeah, we do need a tight end. But it's coming. Just hang in there. Number 75 has been balling for us, playing and run, stopping and stuff like that. Yeah, he's been doing. Our D-line has been doing good. Any word on Ayers? Still lingering ankle injury. They don't go away, man. You've played basketball before. Ankle injuries don't go away like that. Andrew and Ramon going at it. Spence is nice. Like I said, I think it was a good pick. Long tier. Braid isn't the problem, but he's not an answer either. Ramon's like saying like a game breaker, Greg Olsen or something like that, which takes heat off of other people. It'll take some heat off of Evans when we play teams with good secondaries. Yeah, did you saw what I was showing you earlier, Arthur? I'm talking to you, Arthur. You saw what I showed you earlier about Cecil Shorts open in the flats. He chose to throw it to Mike Evans on a comeback curl route, which got tipped and then picked off. Where Cecil Shorts was wide open, but he chose to force the ball to Mike Evans. What the hell? Game Pass kicked me out. Yeah, he chose to force the ball to Mike Evans. Back to what I was saying about Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate isn't the solution. He's a formidable tight end. He's going to make some plays, and he's got good hands. But like I said, when in times we needed him to come through, he can't come through because you can't beat people in one-on-one. I wouldn't throw the ball to see. Well, remember the one catch he had was a one-hand catch, and he hurt his hamstring. We haven't needed Brace because the run game hasn't been working, and Evans and Spence have been getting open. Andrew, that was only for one game. Where were you at in the Bronco game? Where were you at in the Cardinal game? Where was he at? He wasn't open. I could pull that up for you right now and show you Cameron Brate not getting open for the Broncos and the Cardinals game. Matter of fact, while we're having this argument, I think I will. Because Ramon's just going to keep eating up on you. Like I said, in games that you need people to come through is where your value shows. I said you gonna come in the game and make plays in games that you should be doing that to people. Right. I'm just saying that those are the games you want to get evaluated on. If you want to be called a legitimate solution, then that's got to be games you got to be valued on. I mean, even in this game, Brate didn't really come through because it wasn't part of the game plan. It was run. He said, my brothers don't know football. Yeah, it was a run game, and then short pass or look deep every once in a while. I get what you're saying, but you want to be considered, this is our guy, this is it. I don't think so. He's been great, and I'm not going to dog him out. He's done well since he's been here. I have nothing negative to say. I just say he's not our franchise tight end, but I think we had some other guys in there with him. He'd be even better. Let's go to this coach's film for the Bucs-Broncos game. Gonna hurt me to look at this, but all right, what we got here? I don't think he's in. We got trips open, and then we send the back out as well to slow down the pass rush. Yeah, it's not a good one. So we refer through the first pick. We're down 7-0 on this drive. Cameron Brate's not even in. Yeah, Brandon Myers. See, they weren't even using him because he can't beat nobody in this. He can't beat nobody in matchups. That's just a poor route by whoever that was down there. This is why they can't get open. You had a simple in route with field in front of you. Have to win. Yeah, he's in. I was wrong. Let me run that film back. Well, like I said, if that's him, then that's exactly what I'm talking about. I not even realize it was him, Andrew. Right. I didn't even realize that might have been him. This is a lazy route. Lazy. Brate goes deep, runs a piss poor route. They both ran piss poor routes. Look at this. Hold on, I hope y'all watching. Here we are. This is Cameron Brate. This is Vincent Jackson. Vincent Jackson was the one I was talking about that was running the lazy route. Let's stop. Field, wide open field here. He runs a lazy route. Lets the defender cover him. Gives no outlet. Granted, he hits Evans on this play. Here's Cameron Brate on the corner route. That'd been a nice play too. Hell, you could score on that. Had you beat him upfield and get a nice ball thrown over your shoulder. But you're not beating anybody. Like I said, I'm not saying it to be the bash on him and say he needs to leave this team. I'm saying it because he doesn't win a lot of one-on-one coverages. That's the point I'm trying to get at. And you should be winning those situations. Right. Yeah, no, I got still a work in progress, Billy. It's cool. I mean, the thought is cool though. I'm gonna get something where I could probably like draw on it like them so you guys can see. I see a lot of lazy routes. Like I said, I can't see that in the game, but I see a lot of lazy routes. That's good. Braid made that play. Braid is up top here. He's gets the corner to turn his hips inside. Why, I don't know why he did that, because you have a defender sitting here. So if you got your help, you can send the help. You can send the help right to him. So he turns his hips this way, break. Remember I told you about the cornerback's comfort zone? That's a comfort zone. Right in that crease where you make your move. Good delivery by Winston. Ball is thrown to the sideline. And it's caught. I believe 2 plays later we score. But there's plays where there's time is bought, and we can't find people open. This is scramble play. This is the first quarter. We can go to somewhere like the third quarter. I said this tape was a disaster. I think that's Braid up top. Winston's beat the hell in the backfield. So one-on-one coverage up top, gets no separation. Nobody has no separation. And Winston, all he's looking at is the back of receivers' heads. You see in the back of receivers' heads. And you have nowhere to throw. Hey, Ricky. It's, like I said, it's work. It's going to be a work in progress, man. I try not to get too upset about it. It's play calling and it's personnel. And that's really all it's going to come down to. Well, I've enjoyed you guys. You guys are actually communicating. He's not going to develop any more speed or explosive. No, he's not. He's not going to. He's going to be the same. His hands are good. He has good fundamentals. Like I said, but the beat people, that's not going to happen. What we talking about? Super Bowl, bro. Stop. Braid is not bad, but he's not great. He's not a game breaker. Is he Gronk or Dwayne Allen? No, but he's very young and that can develop. Yeah, I'm not doubting that at all. That's not what I'm saying, but notice the difference in Brady's game when Gronk was out and he didn't have the safety blanket to go to. Well, Gronk, remember Brady was suspended as well. He was out the first 4 games, and so was Gronk. Gronk was out mostly. And they blew out the Browns his first game back, and then they won. So I think Gronk's played in all the games Brady showed up. We are not very deep at receiver at the moment. I mean, we are now with the guys out of practice squad. He's not developed more speed and so that's why. Hey, Ricky. Hey. Yeah, and you guys, like I said, I think, like I said, we need just a top end speed guy will help all this. Remember I told you about we have no speed at receiver? We have no speed at receiver. We have no speed at receiver at all. So, like I said, it was great. Everybody's chit-chatting today. We'll go again next week. I'll probably try to do something twice a week. You guys know how my schedule is. I work overnight. So I have to get sleep and other social life in between the time and other stuff I need to do. I'll try to probably do a game preview and then the game recap. After the game recap and the previews, I'll probably bring some of you guys on. Anthony is well overdue for to show up on the show, as well as a phone interview or maybe a Google Hangout. Well, we could do something like that. We'll see how it goes. Work you guys in and see how the season goes. It's week 7. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun talking about football. That's why I like these interactions with everybody. We're just sitting here talking about stuff. Yeah, football is life. That's why I was preaching earlier. You showed up a little later, but I was preaching about, life decisions between football and things like that. And I said, and they both work together. You learn so many lessons from the game. If your head is on right, you learn things from it. You learn things from being a player. You learn things from coaching. And then you only learn those things from experience. And that's just how it goes. But whatever it is, what it is. You can only reach those who want to be reached. And I'll end this as we always do. You're the master of everything you do with your life. What you do with it is entirely up to you. Thanks again. Y'all be safe and God bless. See you guys later on this week.
And we still East Coast. Yeah. Whoa. You already know it's good morning. This Snoop boy scaring niggas like a Ouija board. Seeing is believing, honestly, I can't see you boys. Best to debate. I roll up and blow my verses away. They wanna know how I do it, they've been lurking for days. Still haven't figured a nigga out. Smoking out on the couch with real niggas, man, I feel like a scout. Cause all I do is draft bitches, train them up for you niggas. They come back every day and say they done with you niggas. I talk a lot of shit, but mean it in the best way. I don't fuck with you niggas, I read you like an x-ray. I can see a lot of bitch in you from your display. Watch the nuke drop from above versus DK. The body like Miley Cyrus, nobody's a zombie virus. Mind you, I'm just a pirate, smoking get high like pilots. Man, a couple grand, I bury them in the sand. Son of Saddam, I'm bombing on niggas like it's Iran. Swoosh, yeah. I feel like Nike gave me a deal. I'm on the road, just cruising like 4 wheels. I'm a flywheel made of indestructible steel. My power can't be controlled. I'm undertaking your soul. My chokehold sick like catching a cold. Got that medication, good weed will redefine gravitation. OG, I take off with no hesitation. I'm stacking up while you hating. And most women love me like fornication. I feel I'm real. I was on 22nd and late with the spill and some more. Saw the cops had to go. 40 seconds later, niggas rolled up, said you know. Slow nose to my dome, I was sweating the cold. Damn, I lost all my shit. My girl said get a grip, I lost all my grip. No hooks, nigga, look, if you leave your shit, I'ma take what you left, my 16s on this. It don't take much just to get your chick to strip, but that's another story. Had her on them blues, now I call her Dory. I'm on the corner with a 40 in a new category, it's new. Blow up the city and rebuild it. TV fitted, you know I killed it. Saw the house, the shit just got real and we just filmed it.